There's a lot of controversy with the Bible. Well, a lot of people may say, well, how do you know the devil didn't write it? Well, the answer to that is, why would the devil write a book that places him as such a disgusting creature? Would you yourself write a book that places you as the enemy? Would you yourself write a book that places you as the destruction of mankind and all things on earth? Of course not. In fact, the Holy Scriptures is in fact proving to the world that God is real. Example, if you were the head of your household, and if you chose to write down chores for all your kids, would you in fact make absolutely sure that those scriptures, those rules remain the way you want them? Because you are the head of your household, you would have the power to make sure that those chores stay word for word, unchanged. And if someone did change them, well, you would just quickly fix that problem right quickly, wouldn't you? It wouldn't make any sense for you to just linger around while someone disturbs your words and your rules for your household. Of course not. Even a man would make sure that their rules and regulations for their children and their household would remain true, as is now. This world is God's, Jehovah, the Most High, the Elohim. He is making sure that His words are easy to find and easy to read. That's why we have New World Translations, so that the Bible, can keep up with our ever-changing language. So, that is the answer to that. The Holy Scriptures is God's influence among a group of men with a very, very, very severe, very important job to do, which is spread the message of God and to help us distinguish between good and evil and righteous and unrighteous. God Himself wants us to read and learn and study about what He has in store for us. He also wants us to know the truth. Think about it. God is most holy, perfect. He is perfect. Would He not make His pathway to Him clearly visible? A lot of people start on this journey where they want to be so-called religious. They want to start off on a journey with God, but they find that it's too easy and too easy to find, so they think it's too good to be true. They think, how could something so good and pure be so easy right in front of me? Well, that's the way God intended it. He wants things to be easy. He wants His holy name to be found easy. He wants His rules and regulations to be found easy. What kind of divine ruler will have His rules and regulations and have His love and have His history very, very hard to find? Well, that's more like the devil. The devil has his history deeply hid in this world. Very hard to find out exactly any type of significant information on the devil, because he likes to play in secret. God Himself also works in secret. That's why we as men can't know God as a whole, but we can know His Son, the only Son, the Messiah, the only one begotten Son that He's ever had. No, none of the other Greek mythologies tales that you hear of other fallen gods, they were never God's son. They were never the sons of God. They were the associates and workers and managers of God. Then they fell and called themselves sons of God. Only one we can understand, only one who came down here as flesh, so that we can learn His exact ways, so that we can be like Him to get into heaven, so we can better ourselves for eternity, and maybe even dine and eat with God and His Son Yeshua, Jehovah and Yeshua, Yehovah and Yehoshua. He came to this earth as a Hebrew man, as a humble worker. I encourage all people to read up and find out what it is to know God as much as we can in this book. We cannot know God other than His book. And the way to be in God's favor is to follow the teachings of the Messiah, the Hamashiach Yeshua.